Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Be Determined. Today we got a huge update and we're going to go over all the different changes. It's not one big update like the Rift, but it's a bunch of balancing changes and meta changes. So there's some really huge stuff in there that's going to be changing how you should be playing the game. So we're going to go over it today. Let's jump straight into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is actually a huge update to some Slayer. One Slayer in particular, the Spin Packmasters. So if you guys don't know, the grind to spin level 9 has been notoriously one of the biggest pains in the game. It's not really even worth it, which is why a lot of people don't even do it, but they have just increased the speed at which you can do this by so much. So if you don't know, used to be you had to do only melee damage to these guys, but now you can use magic damage and kill the followers, the alphas, and the main boss. So here's an alpha, we can kill him too, and there's another follower, he's down. And here we go, boss spawning, and we can just spam our spirit scepter and it spawns the boss, and we can just kill the pups as it goes along, and then there's the main boss down. So this also increases the amount of combat XP you can get from these, because you get a decent amount of combat XP from the wolves, the little pups that he spawns. So you're really going to be getting a lot more combat XP. You're going to be completing your bosses faster, and it's just a W all around. That isn't actually all that they added. You can also add a bunch of new NPCs to your Abbey phone. First of which is actually the lumber merchant over here. It says, you want my contact? Sure. Let's see. My axe could do with an upgrade. That's right. A jungle axe is what I desire. So you can give him a jungle axe to get his contact, and then you can also get a couple more really big contacts on the Crimson Isle. First of which is Odger. So you'll be able to access his menu from anywhere on the island. So when your inventory fills up with trophy fish, you won't have to worry about it. But you can actually also come over here and get the Kudra Gatekeeper right here. You want to add my contact to your Abbey phone? Guess we can come to agreement. I'm far too weak to take on Kudra myself, but maybe one day bring me a blazing resistance, 4 attribute shard, and I'll give you my contact. So unfortunately I don't got any of those lying around, but that'll be a nice little thing to go for. But earlier I said that when your inventory fills up with trophy fish, you won't have to walk all the way to Odger, you can just call him. Well, your inventory is not really going to fill up with trophy fish anymore, because they also added trophy fishing sack. There's a bronze trophy fishing sack at bronze level, and at adept you get the silver trophy fishing sack. Now I've already got both of these, at least the milestones completed, so I should be able to get the sacks, but since I already claimed them before the sacks came out, I can't currently get them. You can buy them from Odger for like 1 mil and 5 mil, but I'm just going to wait and see if they come out with a patch for this, because I'm sure they will. Now the next big thing they did is to the museum. They added a whole bunch of stuff in the rarity section. So first off, you'll notice we've got the hose and tools in here from the garden. So all of the upgrades are required to get these. So you get the purple version and then the legendary version for all of the hose. And then you'll also need the tier 3 melon dicer and pumpkin dicer to max out these. But also on the previous page, they added the previous versions of all of the drills. So it's not just Jasper drill and all the titanium drills now. You can also add in both of the mithril drills and all of the gemstone drills. So that's a lot more SkyBlock XP you'll be getting from this. But now we get to the kind of bleak section, but don't worry, there is a good thing at the end of the video. But for those of you garden lovers, I'm sorry, they nerfed the garden again. So they said the garden was making a lot more money than they intended for it to. So they decided to nerf all the crops that are giving the most money, which is number 1, carrot. They used to sell for 4 coins a piece. Now they sell for 3. Potatoes, same thing, 4 to 3. And then sugarcane was selling for 5 coins a piece. Now it's 4. Finally, netherwort was selling for 5 coins a piece, and it is also 4. So on top of the teleport pad being removed from the garden, they've also nerfed a couple of the prices. But that's not all they've done to fix inflation. If we go into our skills, dungeoneering, catacomb, and our RNG meter, you'll notice the base drop rate of the Necron handle is 0.1094. Now this still looks like pretty low drop rate, but it's not as low as it was. It used to be 0.09 and then something, I can't remember the exact numbers, but they've buffed this drop by quite a bit. But more importantly, they've buffed all of the scrolls drop rate. These were all 0.10 and now they're 0.1459. So these have been increased in their drop rate, and you can see on the bazaar their prices have gone down tremendously. This update came out about an hour ago and they've already dropped 100 to 200 mil in price. Same thing for Necron handles, those also dropped in price, but just because their drop rates are higher doesn't mean it's going to be a complete W when you drop them from dungeons. Of course it's still good, but it's not as good as it was, because they also increased the cost of opening those chests. It used to be 35 million coins to open one of the Necron handle chests. Now it's 100 mil. Used to be 15 mil to open a chest with a Wither Scroll. Now it's 50 mil. They also increased the price of recombobulators from dungeons by 1 million, and Dark Claymores now cost 150 million instead of just 50 million from dungeon. But don't worry, it's still going to be a major profit to drop these from chests. And this also means the price of Hyperions has gone down tremendously. If you look on the auction house right now, not too long ago, a Hyperion with Wither Impact at the lowest price was going for about 2.7 billion. Now the cheapest one is 1.85 billion. So it's literally dropped like $1 billion price in just an hour. So as more of these are dropped and as more people start to panic sell, I don't doubt that the price will drop to somewhere around 1.5 bill at the lowest, but it won't stay there for long, I'm sure. Now, along with this update, they also nerfed a couple other Slayers. Like I said earlier, the Slayers got changed. Sphinx was a good thing, but unfortunately, you can no longer one-shot Blazes with tactical insertion, and you can't use Soul's Rebound on Enderman Slayers as well, so no one-shotting either of those any longer. But that is all for today's update, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. While you're down there, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. You can check out the links in the description to find my music and my Discord in there. Always a fun place to hang out. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. God bless.